That's it. So, goodbye from me. Now on BBC One, time for the news where you are. Have a very good afternoon.
Welcome to BBC London. I'm Thomas Magill. The Mayor says he will resist unprecedented rises in tube and bus fares for London next year. Previously, the government insisted fares should go up by the rate of inflation plus 1%. That could mean a hike of 13 or 14%. They have ruled out double-digit fare rises for rail travellers, but there's been no guarantees for any help for London passengers. Well, let's speak to our political editor now, Tim Donovan in Westminster. And Tim, these sound like big hikes around the corner.
Absolutely, Thomas. I mean, you'd see your single bus journey going up from £1.65 to £1.90. There'd be a 40p hike on a single Zone A journey on the tube. You'd see a couple of quid put on your daily cap on your pay-as-you-go. So it is potentially going to be felt by Londoners next year. As part of the conditions of getting a bailout over the last couple of years, compensating for the loss of fares revenue, the Mayor agreed to put fares up by inflation plus 1%. But you can see, yes, exactly what that would now mean, given how high inflation is.
The only reason the fares went up in London is because of a condition attached by government. If the government insists on a condition of inflation plus 1%, that could be seeing Londoners paying fare increases of 13, 14% in January. That's not on, it's not fair, and I'll resist that.
Well, the government, are they saying any help?
Well, the government briefed newspapers over the weekend that there would be help for rail users around the rest of the country. They wouldn't have to pay double-digit fare increases, but there was no such guarantee forthcoming for London. And when we talked to them this morning, they will not engage with that question, what's going to happen to Londoners' fares. They will refer back to what they have been saying over the last couple of weeks about negotiations which are going on now about a long-term funding deal for transport for London, and they say this has to be fair for taxpayers across the country. So I think here there is going to be a real sticking point, a real issue emerging.
Tim certainly signs it. Our political editor there, Tim Donovan. Now, 2 years ago, the athlete Ricardo dos Santos was pulled over whilst driving through London with his partner. The couple believe they were racially profiled. Now, the Portuguese sprinter says he's been stopped again, this time by 7 armed officers in the early hours of the morning. The Met say its officers were concerned the driver may have been using his mobile phone. Zoe Conway reports.
It's 4 a.m. on Sunday morning and Ricardo dos Santos is driving home. A police car pulls in front of him. They want him to pull over. They say they suspect him of using his phone. But he keeps on driving for 5 minutes. He says he didn't feel it was safe to stop. Once he pulls over, more police arrive. One approaches the car and gets out his baton. Ricardo says he wasn't using his phone and the police let him go.
I was just thinking about my safety. And about the safety of others, because I don't want to stop in the middle of the road. I didn't want to stop in a unlit flyover at 4 a.m.
Wait, he didn't do anything!
2 years ago, Ricardo was stopped and searched by police along with his partner, Bianca Williams. Bianca is an Olympic athlete. Their 3-month-old baby was also in the car. The police said they were looking for drugs and weapons. But the police didn't find anything. And 5 Metropolitan Police officers are now facing a disciplinary hearing for gross misconduct. The Metropolitan Police says it has voluntarily referred itself to the Independent Office for Police Conduct to review this latest incident. The IOPC says it's assessing the available information.
Zoe Conway reporting there. The Met Police are continuing to look through thousands of hours of CCTV footage in their efforts to find missing nurse Owami Davis. She was last spotted in Croydon over a month ago. The Met says it was possible she was in the local area and in need of help. 5 people arrested in relation to her disappearance have been released on bail. The monkeypox vaccination rollout is expected to be paused for several weeks because of supply issues. Many clinics say they've already run out of doses and new appointments have been cancelled. The UK Health Security Agency says it's expecting 100,000 doses to arrive by the end of September. Now, there's always been some calls for better representation of marginalised groups in the fashion industry. So when a Sikh boy from Woodford was chosen to feature in a children's campaign for Burberry, well, there was perhaps no surprise his image attracted a bit of attention. Gopal Verdi went to meet the 4-year-old and his family.
Sahib is your ordinary little boy who is football mad, but he's done something extraordinary. He's the first Sikh boy with a patka, which is religious headwear, to be featured in Burberry's children's campaign after he signed up with a modelling agency.
We saw a young boy got attacked and I think his turban got taken off, and it really resonated with us that we're raising a boy who does look different. His peers in his school and nursery are not the same as him, and we just wanted to think of ways that he could build his confidence.
The photo of Sahib has since gone viral.
I think within 1 week he's had 11,000 followers follow him. That first 5 days I couldn't even keep up. I was exhausted. People always contacting, but probably every conversation I had with someone was positive. They did have on-site entertainment. The kids were kept really busy. They all played with each other, had snacks galore, were fed. So yeah, they all had a really nice time.
Which for a 4-year-old is all that really matters.
He did magic tricks because he had a pom-pom and then he disappeared it.
Because Sahib is so young, he can't fully appreciate the impact this one photo has had in terms of representation for the Sikh community.
The fact that this young lad is a newsworthy story itself illustrates just how scarce the representation of Sikhs are. So it's nice to see this happening and there being representation of Sikhs in recognised world labels, but it's a long time coming.
I think it's really impacted people in a big way and they've really enjoyed it. And people saying my dad's crying because they never thought they'd see something like this. My mum's really happy. Someone said he was the mum's WhatsApp profile picture. She doesn't even know us. Yeah, she's just so happy for it. Yeah, people are really proud.
Gopal Verdi, BBC London.
Super cute. Well, let's have a look now at the weather with Elizabeth Rizzini.
Hello, good afternoon. Rain at last across the capital. Now, it's been a while, but there were a few showers around last night, and that rain has become a bit more extensive this morning, as captured by weather watcher Nicholas here in Chelsea. Now, as we head through the rest of the day and indeed tomorrow, there is a Met Office weather warning in place for thunderstorms. The problem being that where we do see these thunderstorms crop up, then there could be some very heavy downpours, high rainfall totals, the ground is hard and dry, and the water won't necessarily soak through, so there could be some localised surface water flooding. Do watch out for that. And there'll certainly be more showers as we head through the rest of the day. Some dry spells, bit of brightness maybe. Temperatures are lower than they have been, peaking at around 24 to 26 degrees Celsius for most of us. And then through this evening and overnight, again, more showers in places. Because there's so much moisture around, then it's still going to feel quite muggy and humid, but temperatures will be a bit lower than they have been. This is how we'll start off Wednesday morning. So on Wednesday, most of the showers will tend to be towards the south. It will be quite a cloudy start to the day, and there could be a few outbreaks of just light patchy drizzle at first, but then the showers will start to get going again through the afternoon, particularly where we do see some sunny spells. Temperatures by Wednesday have dropped back down to the seasonal average, just 21 to 23 degrees. And then lots of dry weather in the forecast as we head through the rest of the working week. On Thursday, there could even be a little bit of sunshine, temperatures rising to 23 or 24 degrees Celsius. Again, Friday, mostly dry, a little breezier.
Well, that's it from me. Check out our socials, Facebook and BBC Radio London for the latest across this afternoon. And if you get the chance, there's some great footage of a floating gallery which is set to come to the skies above South East London this weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.